Genius, forgive me if if I look like a mess. I just took my headphones off, and since it's not a modeling channel, doesn't matter. Today's been what shall I say? It's just been a strange day. I've been observing and thinking a lot. I got up made Zoya some sandwiches, took her to school, and when I was coming back, I'm looking at the sunshine hitting this tree. Morning, sunshine, sunrise. And it was so beautiful. And I heard people honking at each other, the road rage ones, that are sleepwalkers, that are very upset they have to go to work. Get out of my way. Get out of my way. Honk, honk, honk. And I'm like, these people are missing out on this perfect moment. They don't realize how much beauty is around them. And I don't want to say I was crying, but there were tears flowing down my face. It was so beautiful. It was so perfect. Everything was perfect in that moment. And before I took her to school, she came down, and watching her run around the kitchen island, and Ty is just running after her. And I'm just standing there. I just made my coffee, and I'm just standing there observing these two beautiful souls. And I'm like, I think they're just enjoying this body right now that they have borrowed for this life. They're enjoying all the senses. They're running for the sake of running. They're not going anywhere. They're not doing anything. They're just experiencing. They just want to run. They just want to know what it feels like. And they're enjoying it. They're doing nothing, but they're so happy. They're just running, and she's giggling. And he's making all these sounds. And then he goes and grabs a toy and gives it to her. Some toys he wants her to tug with. Some toys he wants her to toss so he can run after it. And they're just doing stuff. And then Zoe's like, Daddy, I don't want to be a grown-up. Grown-ups don't play. And they always look too serious. I want to laugh and be silly forever. And I was like, wow, maybe I need to laugh and be silly more. And I do. I have my moments. And we got to keep the child inside alive. That silly part of us. And then I came back. And I'm sitting in my sunroom. People call it lanai here. I wonder where that term came from. And I'm just sitting there in the back, enjoying my coffee. And I was observing And I was just talking to a friend of mine, and she was talking about keeping one eye inward in your inner world and one eye on the outer world. Now that's figuratively speaking, not like one of those chameleons. And apparently that's the state to be in. And I was like, I don't think that statement means what I think it means. I think what that means is these are just shower thoughts, guys. Just shower thoughts. If you just don't want to hear random thoughts, keep scrolling. Go to another video. I just wanted to record this. Because someday I might want to listen back, and someday Zoya might want to hear Daddy when Daddy's gone from this reality. And I was thinking what that means is keeping the door open between your inner world and the reflection of it on the outer world, the hologram. And after that conversation, I opened my sliding door and I sat in the middle of it, right? My feet are on the outside in the sunroom, but the rest of me is sitting right between the door. So behind me is the inner world, the house, and my feet are in the outer world. I was like, if we keep the door open, then we can have the divine, we can have the higher self flow through us. We can have intentions and be able to release them and detach from them. And it would have no choice but to be as a projector, be released out, projected out, and we can experience it in the hologram. It would have no choice if that door stays open, right? What is that door? Door's your body, maybe. See, everything I say, Dr. Wayne Dyer, Dr. Joe, Eckhart Tolle, and a couple of the advanced students that are very, very active, and they're always giving their perspectives from their experience, because your experience will never be the same as my experience. How could it be? If we're experiencing the quantum, where we have infinite infinities, the chances of you and me picking the same experience out from the infinite infinities practically doesn't exist. So our experience is always going to be different. But the more and more I remind myself that everything I'm experiencing, everything on the outside, is simply a projection of my inner world, the less serious I take life. And the less serious I take life, the more I am just in such an awe of everything. My brain stays empty. I stay in a completely blissful present moment. And then, of course, your mind knows how to get you. A little stress, a little pain in the body, a little, sometimes you'll run into, I don't know, bills, your loved ones that are very upset with you for some reason. These are all distractions. These are all distractions that your mind creates to bring you back into the 3D, so they can close the door and keep you into this game, because that's what it's designed to do. It's designed to keep you in the 3D so you don't think about your inner world. Because the moment you keep that door open, you are now divine. You can make so many things happen. Not only can you heal yourself, you can heal other people. You can pick the experiences out that you want to experience in the world. And you get very good at it. Yesterday's coherence was very strong. I've been feeling a lot ever since. I had some fun lucid dreams last night. You know how if there's water, surface of the water in a pond is not moving, right? And you throw a pebble and then another and then another, right? They will each create these circular waves of its own, right? And then at some point, those waves will collide with each other, right? And the moment they do, imagine you just freeze time. So you just freeze everything. And then you freeze the water. And then you break a chunk of that water, right? This chunk of ice. If you take that chunk of ice where all three waves have collided, and you think of that as frequency, all frequency is information, that piece of ice will have information about the shape, the size, and the weight of all three rocks. And then if you take that and you shine a coherent laser, coherent light through it, on the other side, you will see a projection of all three rocks. Their shape and size, you'll just be able to see them. What if that's all life is? Now, I'm not just telling you, hey, this is what it is. I want you to experience it for yourself. So much will be revealed to you when you get good at this. So much will be revealed to you when you raise your frequency, when you get out of your own way. In yesterday's coherence healing meditation, there was so much going through me. I was shaking so violently that it was almost frustrating. That's not the right way to say it. But I was observing. I was like, oh my God, how do I help myself have this energy flow through a little bit better? So I was like, let me do a soft breath, right? And then I'm not doing it right now because I don't want to knock myself out on camera. Okay. I did it yesterday and I was just gone. I just left. And people in my community can watch me. I've done this on camera, but I don't want this out on the internet for the world. And I did it and I fell back into my chair, my office chair, and it's pretty high. It's very comfortable. So I had my head back and my hands fell on the side. And when I came back, all the shaking and movement was gone. It's essentially what I did was I stepped out of the way. So my higher self, my autonomic nervous system, the divine, whatever, guys, we're all on our journey, right? We're all learning, right? We're constantly improving and evolving. I got out of the way. It took care of it, whatever it needed to do to release and go through that energy. And when I came back, everything was so perfect. Everything felt perfect. I was like, is this what Zen is? Is this what perfection of the divinity in existence feels like and looks like? And as I came back to my senses and I could feel my body again, it was so, it's insane to me that I can do this in 4 to 5 seconds in one breath. I almost feel like there's no need for me to go to another retreat. It almost feels like the evolution is just accelerating with every meditation. It just feels like I don't need to do anything other than just this work, however I'm doing it, and then I'm doing it with my community. Yeah. There's literally no structure to this video. I'm going to put it out there anyway. I want it there for me and Zoya. And maybe her kids at some point. They might like it. When Grandpa is not old, but he was on his journey, right? That's how I started this YouTube. I was like, I'm just going to do YouTube journals. And then people started commenting and liking and subscribing. I was like, whoa, there's so much hunger for this work. And that's how this community was formed. There's some people in this community that said that they have a decent life, they have a comfortable life, but something inside them still felt a little empty. And not anymore. So I'm really happy about that. I'll do what I can, guys, and we will all do what we can in this community. We push each other. We support each other. We break things down. We help each other. And we have started to meet each other in person. You know, I met so many of them at the retreat. Kyle and I are going to be in Texas together again. And I'm going to meet other people. We're just getting started. I'm so blessed and grateful and thankful, full of gratitude for this community, for all of you guys. Thank you. And I love you.